Hey guys, Roberto here, and today I'm reviewing the Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger Sentai Hero Series 01 through 05. Now this newest collection of Sentai Heroes includes the newest team of Super Sentai. It's the Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger, and if you guys don't know, Zyuohger started airing in February of this year, so it's a very new season, and it's actually the 40th anniversary. Now this newest collection includes Zyuoh Eagle, Zyuoh Shark, Zyuoh Lion, Zyuoh Elephant, and Zyuoh Tiger. Now, Sentai Hero Series figures are basically like vinyl figures with very limited articulation. Bandai in Japan doesn't really like doing action figures a lot like we get here in America. For example, like we get posable figures instead of these guys. And these guys are more like soft, like rubbery figures that you can move their arms and their waist, and that's it. However, they have like a really good pro about them is that they're really cheap, and they're a really easy way to complete figures, like a collection. Like basically, thanks to them, I've actually been able to complete my Tokyo team, my Go Buster team, since those seasons were never adapted here in America. I can just get them from Japan in limited articulation, I guess. However, if that doesn't bother you, then it's a really cheap way to complete teams, and I've been doing it for almost a year now. I've been getting those teams, so it's really cool. Now, a con is that like they have very limited articulation, so don't expect to do any good poses or any of that stuff. It's usually just the arms up and down. But yeah. Now guys, these figures don't come with any packaging, they just come with a little tag as usual. And each year the tag is like a differentiation. Like for example, they have like the theme. With Tokyo was trains, and it was like the red Russia, blue Russia. With Ninja it was the shurikens. Now this year they just did like a block thing with like the face of the animal. And it says Sentai Hero Series 01, Zyuoh Eagle, Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger logo, and the 40th Super Sentai logo. And then here's the eagle's face. So yeah, next up is Zyuoh Shark and the shark face, the same Sentai Hero Series 2, Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger logo, 40 Super Sentai logo. So yeah, they all say the same thing, but the differentiation is Sentai Hero Series 03, Zyuoh Lion, Zyuoh Shark, something like that. Lion. Next up is Elephant. So yeah, these are really cool. The back is just information. Useless stuff, I guess, like numbers and stuff, and I don't know. I can't read Japanese, but pretty sure it's something important. So let's just focus on this guy here. And finally is Zyuoh Tiger, and it's the tiger face. Looks really cool. So yeah. Now, if you guys remember last year in 2015, I did review the Ninja Sentai Heroes figures, and I did get Star Ninja for that team. I just never got around to reviewing him since these guys came in. And yeah, but in that video I explained the whole history behind Sentai Heroes figures, but if you guys didn't watch it, then here's a little quick summary. They're very popular in Japan. They've been doing these little vinyl figures ever since the first Toku show, since Ultraman and Kamen Rider. I remember that I seen Go Ranger vinyl figures. Back in the 70s and 80s and 90s, the Sentai Heroes figures were a little bit smaller, and they weren't as tall as these ones. They didn't start making these till like 2001 with Go Ranger, and they made Go Red, Go Silver, and I think Loki, which was the wolf guy that was evil, with Gal Silver and stuff, yeah. But starting from Hurricaneger, they would start making these size figures that came with weapons and all that. Now, sadly, around 2009 with Shinkenger, they stopped giving weapons to these guys. I think Shinkenger was the last series to give weapons to the vinyl figures, and then after that, Goseiger didn't give them any weapons. Neither did Gokaiger or the rest, which kind of sucks, because some of these teams actually do use weapons most of the time. The Shinkengers, yeah, they have their swords, they give it to those. But with Ninja, the Ninjas were never like, they didn't usually like fist fight, they usually used their swords. So if you ever got a Ninja vinyl figure, they were just standing the entire time. At least with these guys, you know, like they fight with their fists sometimes, but the Ninja is just bare-fisted, and it's a ninja. Ninjas usually use their weapons and all that stuff. So yeah, that's kind of sad. Now, if you guys remember when I reviewed the Zyuoh Changer, the Zyuoh Changer came with these little figurines. Now, before we get to these guys, I want to show you guys the comparison between these two. Said in that video, these guys do represent, like, they look a little bit like the vinyl figures. They're posing, they have very limited articulation. At least the vinyl figures have some articulation. These guys are just little statues you can use. See right there, they're very small. I actually have the full team, since the Zyuoh Changer did come with all of them. Here he is next to Zyuoh Lion, Zyuoh Tigers, and then Zyuoh Elephant. And as you see right there, they look really cool and very small. Now I got these guys from different websites. I got Zyuoh Eagle, Shark, and Lion from HLJ. And let me tell you, it was a struggle because I ordered those guys back in March, like around like the second month Zyuohger was airing. And they sent it and I had to wait like a month and they never arrived. So I had to reorder them again. And then I finally got them like around like, I think last month. And then Elephant and Tiger I got from eBay and they came in like 1 week. So it was really relieving that I didn't have to wait like another month instead of ordering from HLJ. But they just started popping up on Amazon now. So if you go on Amazon.com and you search up Zyuohger and you go through the listings, you're going to eventually find these guys. They're a little bit overpriced, like $17, $20. But if you guys want to wait, they do eventually lower the prices. I remember the Ninja figures were like $20 each. And now like this year they're like $5 each. So it's a really good price. But usually they start lowering the prices after a while. There's a bunch of Sentai series for these guys. I've seen Zyuoh Eagle's Gorilla mode, the Instinct Awaken mode, which is like Zyuoh Eagle gets his wings, and then Lion gets his little claws and stuff, and then even Zyuoh the World, their 6th Ranger, is already out. So eventually I'll be getting those guys. But anyways, enough rambling. Let's get on to the review. Now, guys, before we take a look at the figures themselves, let's take a look at the articulation first. For all of them, now there's no differentiation. They all have the same articulation. Even the females, if they have skirts, you can't really move the legs, so it doesn't matter. So let me just take a look at the Red Ranger real quick, and hopefully the Blue Ranger doesn't fall. Now, Zyuoh Eagle's articulation is the same as everybody else. You can move the arm all around, and then you can move the waist. And pretty much that's all the articulation, so nothing really there. I said it was limited, and it is limited. And each Sentai vinyl figure has the same articulation. I think that the heads were actually movable back in the day. I'm not sure. So anyways, now that we're taking a look at articulation, let's take a look at each member of the team, starting with Zyuoh Eagle again, which I was just holding. And see right here, the suits don't have a lot going on them. It's a very basic suit. It actually reminds me a lot of Tokyuger's suits, which were very basic too. See right here, he has a really cool gloves with a sharp black thing going on. It reminds me of Lost Galaxy Rangers, the Gingaman Rangers. And the boots have the same thing going on. The belt buckle shows the full team. The animals, the eagle, shark, lion, elephant, tiger. His chest has the really cool eagle face going on in it. There's nothing on the back, by the way. None of them have anything in the back, which is really cool because the Sentai figures, they never really get painted in the back, so it's cool, I guess. And then here's his helmet, and he has the whole eagle theme going on. Let me see if I can focus on that. My camera is unfocusing now. Okay, so here he is, and he has a really cool thing. And when he actually pulls up his helmet, he goes into his other mode, Zyuoh Gorilla. And in that one, he has the gorilla theme, and he has like buff and all stuff, arms and stuff. It's really cool. So that was Zyuoh Eagle. Next up is Zyuoh Shark. And she has the shark theme. I see right there with the shark on her chest. You turn around, there's nothing in the back. Suits are very basic. And then her helmet has the shark theme. And it actually reminds me of Gal Ranger's Gal Blue. Well, Force Blue Ranger. So yeah, really cool. Let me see, put it back here. Next up is Zyuoh Lion, which is looks really cool. He has a lion theme, and he has the lion face on his chest. The lion looks very pissed. Turn him around so you guys can see him. He's actually one of my favorite characters on the show. And his face. Let me just put him back. Now his helmet, it actually reminds me of a giraffe. The whole thing going on top here. I thought it was actually a giraffe, not a lion. So thank God they had the lion face on his chest. So yeah. And next up is Zyuoh Elephant, and he has the elephant theme. So he's the Green Ranger. See right here, he has the elephant theme going on his chest, and then his helmet. And full body, nothing going on in the back. And yeah. And Zyuoh Shark's about to fall. No, don't fall. And then finally is Zyuoh Tiger, the White Ranger. And she has a tiger theme. And she has the whole tiger theme going on her chest. And then the other two just fell. Anyways, let's take a look at Zyuoh Tiger. And this is her helmet here. So yeah, and there's nothing going on in the back. So those are all the figures. I'm sorry that you guys had to see these figures fall. They're not, like, some of these have problems standing up. But yeah, that was the articulation. That's how the figures look. And Zyuoh Tiger just fell again. And so guys, here's Zyuoh Eagle with some of the other anniversary leaders. Gao Red from Gao Ranger or Wild Force Red Ranger. Gokaiger's Gokai Red or Super Mega Force Red. And then Bokenger's Boken Reto or Overdrive Red, Operation Overdrive. And then we haven't gotten Zyuohger here in America yet, but hopefully we do get the series adapted. I really like the theme. It's a lot better than Ninja. I don't even know why they chose Ninja Steel and decided, Ninja decided to adapt Ninja and make it into Ninja Steel. I really wish they would have chosen Tokyuger, or at least like a series that was just a lot better. I'm not very excited for Ninja Steel. I don't even know why I'm talking about it right now because it's not really a Ninja Steel related video. But it's not a series that I'm hyped for. When I heard about Dino Charge getting adapted, I was like, oh yeah, that's awesome, because Kyuger was a very good series. And so far, in my opinion, Dino Charge has been good. Dino Supercharge has had some really bad episodes that are like sort of meh, but some of the episodes have been good, and I really like Dino Charge. Now, I just wish they would have adapted Tokyuger. That was a series that I really liked. I kind of liked the characters, and that was the first series that I at least tried to watch. But Ninja, the only reason why I haven't watched that series was just to like get my very first series done, because before that I used to slack a lot on Super Sentai and I've never watched the episodes. I watched it like once in a while, so I decided to watch Ninja. But watching it in its entirety, it was just terrible. I never really liked the theme. There was so many random things going on with the mechas and all that stuff. So yeah, so hopefully if we get Ninja Steel done, maybe they can adapt Zyuohger, because Zyuohger's a really good series, and I might actually have the Japanese toys so I can do comparisons with the American ones and all that stuff. But yeah, we're getting Ninja Steel for like 2017 and 2018, so by the time we get Zyuohger, I'll be like 29, I don't remember, I think, yeah, 28, if it's 2017, 2018, I'll be like 18 years old by 2019. So I'll probably still be collecting Power Rangers toys by then, but hopefully I do adapt Zyuohger so I can do like comparisons and stuff. But anyways, I just went rambling about my future. Here he is with the anniversary leaders, and yeah. And now let's do a comparison with all the other Red Rangers from this past decade. And here he is along with the rest of the Red Rangers or Red Sentai heroes from this past decade. Starting with Goseiger or Mega Force, and then goes on to Gokaiger, Super Mega Force, Go Busters, never got an adaptation here. Kyuger, which is Dino Charge, Tokyuger, never getting adapted. Ninja, which is Ninja Steel for next year, and then here's Zyuoh Eagle himself, Zyuohgers. Now I'm pretty happy how this whole thing looks. I wish I had all the other Red Rangers from like since the very first Sentai or the very first season. Now I do have Mighty Morphin Red, but if you go to Alien Rangers, I don't have Alien Red, or I do have Zeo, and I don't have Turbo. So really, like, I am missing some, and I wish I could finish it. But however, I've heard that Bandai America is making figures for every single team, so hopefully one day I can do like a whole display with every single Red Ranger from at least Mighty Morphin. That would look really cool. But anyways, if you guys don't know the names, it's Gosei Red, Gokai Red, Red Buster, Kyoryu Red, I know I said it with an accent, Kyoryu Red, Tokyo Ichigo, Aka Ninja, and then Zyuoh Eagle. So yeah, and this past decade has been really fun for me because I've been collecting. I did start collecting in 2013, but I decided to say, you know what, and instead of going back and collecting every single Red Ranger, let me just collect from this decade. And you know, I have a big, vast collection of every single Sentai system from this series, from this decade, I mean. So yeah, since starting with 2010 with Goseiger or Mega Force, which 2013, but yeah. But it just looks really cool. Now, said earlier, thanks to the Sentai Heroes, I've been able to make my collection grow bigger. Some of these seasons never got adapted, so we never really got action figures for them. So that's how I'll survive. Now next year with Ninja Steel, I'm going to replace this stupid final figure, and then I'm going to change it into Aka Ninja. I actually do have the action figure version for me, because in Ninja they did release a 5-inch figure, like with this mold. But he's in storage, and I don't really want to take him out, so I just decided to put this guy as of now. But yeah, maybe hopefully in the future, Bandai Japan might change their minds and make action figures for Red Buster, Tokyo Ichigo. Tokyo Ichigo does actually have a figure, but he's also in storage. I really don't feel like taking him out. Red Buster also has one, but I never got him. He came with some little bike thing or something like that. So some of these figures do actually have action figures. I'm kind of confusing you guys right now. But so far with Zyuohger, I don't think Zyuoh Eagle has an action figure. I think the closest we got was like sort of a figure that he can transform into like his like Instinct Awaken mode or something like that. But yeah, most of these figures, I have a figure, but I don't have them, or they're either in storage, or they just never got around to making them. And so guys, my final thoughts on these figures is that they're really cool. My opinion on these figures haven't changed. They're cheap, the articulation is a little limited and all, but they're a really fun way to complete your collection if you're missing a team or something like that, and you don't want to waste too much money. They're usually very cheap, and for kids, they're fun, they're durable, they usually don't break that easily. And yeah, so overall, like, if you're a completist, or like you want to have a team completed, or you're a kid and you don't know what to get yet, and you need like something to like represent a team, these figures are very awesome. They're very durable. They're not as breakable as an action figure, and overall, they're just very cheap and really awesome. And they're not for everyone. Some people aren't gonna like them. They're not gonna like the articulation. They're not gonna like how they look. I just wish Bandai Japan made like figures for these guys like we get here in America. But I guess they haven't really crossed their minds that, hey, people like action figures. No, Sentai vinyls instead. And which really sucks, because Kamen Rider, the sister series, the Super Sentai, releases vinyl figures for them too, but also releases articulated figures. Here I have Drive, and this is last year's Kamen Rider, and he has a very like limited, like his articulation is out of his world. Like, you can move the fingers, you can move the arm. It's just so many poses you can do with this guy. And I also have Mach and Chaser right here. I have the complete team. But I just wish that they really released figures like these for Super Sentai. I don't know why. And they would sell. Definitely they would sell, because I would buy them in a heartbeat. Like, having articulated figures like that and making all these different poses you want. But sadly, you just can't do it. So either what you have to do is either wait for the Power Rangers to adopt it, and they might not because of the whole skipping things they're doing now. Or just get these guys and live with life like that. But yeah, but that's how it is. But overall, these guys don't bother me that much. They're okay, I guess. And you know, they're not for like if you're a diehard collector and you need something to collect your you need a team that you want to finish, something like that. These guys are a very good option. So yeah. And so guys, that was my review of the Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger Sentai Hero Series 01 through 05. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and this is Roberto from Ranger Mania, signing out.